Namaste. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining today. As always, please practice in accordance to your condition and your ability levels and comfort level. And feel free, please modify and respect your limitations. Remember that the practice is an offering, and how you're feeling is to an extent affecting everyone. So try to practice in a way that is mindful, that's conscious, and that will deliver the best experience and benefits to all beings. So on that note, let's begin. Just come seated tall and straight. Close the eyes. Bring the attention inward. We'll begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere. Om. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So let's just open up the chakras, let's stimulate the chakras, these bija mantras, the seed mantras. Each of those chakras have a sound and a color associated with them. And so we're just trying to stimulate them and open them up. The idea is to just allow the energy to pass all the way up through those open chakras, all the way up from the base of the spine to the crown. They said when it reaches the crown, the energy reaches the crown, that's when it is possible that it will trigger divine bliss at some point. However, in order for the energy to rise, we must unlock it. And the only way you can unlock it is to be in strict adherence to the ethical rules, yama and niyama. So let's start at the base of the spine and work our way up. Always in the intention of always trying to free and release that energy. Stay in adherence to the ethical precepts. Now starting at the base of the spine, color red. Repeat after me the following seed mantra 7 times, 7 tones. Lam 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 lam. Repeat. Lam 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 lam. Next, just above the base of the spine, at the sacral region, orange. Vam 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 vam. Vam 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 vam. Remember to keep your attention fixed on those areas as we move up. Next is the navel. Color is yellow. Ram 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 ram. Rum, 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 rum. Now the heart, the color is green. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. base of the throat, blue. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Now the third eye, color is indigo. Om, 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 om. Om, 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 om. Now at the crown, the color is violet. It's one long sustained Om. Inhale. Again. Stay for a moment here. Take note of any effects, any changes in the state of the body, mind, and emotions. But be like the witness. Have no concern as to what you observe, or conversely, if you don't notice anything, any changes, be unconcerned. Try to stay like the witness all throughout the practice. Now, through the practice, we will try to find a deeper connection with the divine essence within, who is present in all beings equally. So tap into the divine qualities of each and every being. Copy them on all levels. Imagine them there, your teacher. And when the teacher senses the enthusiasm, they tend to be more inclined to share the tricks with you. Be grateful for all the knowledge that you receive from all the experiences from all beings. As Dharmaji says, the highest form of karma yoga, of self-service that you can exercise is to share that spiritual knowledge that helps people to break the patterns that cause pain and suffering. Make the intention of sharing that knowledge with all beings. So now let's begin. Let's come to standing. We're going to start off with charging breathing. Imagine you being charged up by the earth's energy. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Bring your arms up over the head. From the soles of the feet, inhale all the way up. Right through the body to the fingertips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the attention of the breath at the fingertips. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, pull your energy right to the fingertips. Use your attention to attract all the energy right up there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding again at the fingertips. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. Imagine that earth's energy just reaching every part of the body, flooding the body completely. 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale again. Bring all your energy right up to the body, right up to the fingertips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it all at the fingertips. Hold the breath. 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. Feel fully charged and use that energy throughout the practice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. This moment. So now, let's do some exercise to prepare the body for the practice and help promote the release of more impurities through heat. Do the exercises with vigor. Do the breathing with enthusiasm and seriousness to get the full benefit of the practice. Inhale, sweep the arms up and down. Now inhale straight up, exhale, pull the arms down. Arms in front of the body, exhale, pull back. And then release, arm swings, throw the arms behind the ears. And then now, arms across the chest, inhale, exhale, throw them back. Alternate across each time the arms come across the chest. And then release. Next one, bring the arms up over the head, inhale. Exhale, throw the body down against the legs. One more. Stop by the hang out here and stop shaking and bouncing. And then roll your way back up. Next one, there's a squat. So if you can't come all the way down, just come down to this level that you can. Be mindful of the knees. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, drop down. Back up, elbows out to the side, twist from side to side. And come back to the center. Once again, squats, so practice according to your abilities. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, circle the arms down. Continue. And release. Next one, arms in front of the body. This is starting position. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. Feel as though the arms are spring loaded. Now, same movement, but going a full circle and a quarter. Arms down, both sides of the body to start. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms down. And then release. Open up the feet a little bit more, the toes be on the edges of the mat. Go from side to side, left arm up. Inhale, exhale, bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. Back up. Next one is the same movement, the breathing's a little bit different, so follow me. Inhale, raise the left arm up, bend to the right, hold the breath, go a little bit deeper. And return on the exhale. Inhale, raise the right arm up, bend to the other side, hold the breath, go a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then release. Continue. When you bend, try not to create folds on the underside of the body as you stretch the upper side. Feels like I had weights attached to all the fingertips, the weight of the arms pulling you down deeper. Lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your body. So making sure you deliver the best experience possible to them. The practice is an ideal balance of strength and drive and effort, with softness and surrender. Practice in a way that will provide the best offering that you can imagine. Let's do one more. To the left. Bend, lengthen. And then coming back up. Now make your way onto your hands and knees. Cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful movements. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, really generate some heat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, work the core muscles. Inhale. Stimulate the digestive organs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Exhale. Trunk out the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral. And then a neutral position with the back, raise the right leg up, inhale, exhale, throw it out to the right. Make as though the leg were a big pendulum. It went out of control. Of course, again, move at the speed that's comfortable for you. And then release, bring the right leg down, left leg up, inhale, and then go to the left. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the body to get accustomed to the movements. Just do your best. Soon the body will loosen up and the muscles soften and be more get stronger and more flexible. And then release. We're going to come onto the belly here. Working upper back muscles. Join the hands behind the back. If you can't join the hands, you can just allow your hands to stay apart. You're pressing down to the hips, the thighs, and the tops of the feet. Inhale, we're lifting the chest up. Exhale, back down. Engage the legs and upper back. Up, down, up, down, up, down. down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more, up and down. Release. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. Now scoot your shoulders under, press the palms down. If you can't get them underneath the thighs, there's too much, you can just bring them, keep them alongside the body. Okay, so now, raising the legs up. If it's better for you to do one leg at a time and alternate, that's okay. Inhale, press into your hands, lift the legs up and down, up and down, up, down. Push through the arms, shoulders up, down, 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 up, and down. And release. Take the arms out from underneath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. All right. Now from here, press into your hands. Lift up into table and bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. This one has 4 movements. Inhale, come up into high cat. Exhale, drop the hips to your hands. Shoulders back, head forward, and then up. Back. Inhale, round your back. Exhale, bring the seat all the way back to the starting position. Inhale, up and forward, up and back. Moving away this fluid. Up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the curve of the spine always smooth. Up. Forward. Try to move in a way that won't create sharp bends in the spine at either end of the lower back or the back and neck. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Think of the spine as conduit of energy. If you fold that curve, that conduit, just like if you fold a hose, you stop the flow of energy. So move in a way that will be soft, that will allow a gradual ascent of the energy and forward, back up and back. Inhale. Exhale, uncoil, telescope the neck out of the shoulders, the trunk out of the hips. Inhale, back up. Exhale, all the way back. Inhale. Exhale, imagine you're a wave on the ocean, emerging, come to full height, and then starting to crest, and then disappear back in the water. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Rounding your back. Exhale, arching and flexing the spine. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then release here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remove all fatigue, all struggles. From here, we're going to slide forward on the bellies, coming into Cobra. Tug at the floor of the arms, advance, slide forward, lift the head, and then bring it all the way back over the seat, arch the back. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Back on the exhale, all the way back. So it's easy for you, if it's easier to come up into baby plank on the inhale, then drop your hips down between your hands, and then lift the head. Then you can do this. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back again, move according to your condition and your abilities. Inhale, tug at the floor, so you try to pull forward towards you. Rise up gracefully. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. Imagine you as a serpent sliding through the grass. Raising the head to peer out at the world. Imitate them on all levels, mentally, physically, emotionally. And back, exhale. Or imagine having the boundless range of motion of a serpent, and then exhibit the qualities of being regal and wise, cool and calm. And back, exhale. And fierce. And come up. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back, exhale. This time, if you like, when you come up, when you're up, you can come into King Cobra. Try to bring your toes up towards your head. Lift up. Your palms come onto fingertips and bend the knees so that your toes come close to the head. And back. This is an option. Again, move if it doesn't suit your abilities or your comfort level, then modify as you need to. Imagine you're holding socks behind your knees. You're doing a pose. The full pose, and all the way back. Inhale, don't worry if you can't get the toes to the head. Just do your best. Visualize yourself in the practice that even if you're not able to attain it right at this moment, keep trying. Fierce determination. And back, exhale. Inhale. Come up, rise up in every sense. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Back, exhale. Inhale. Imagine trying to pull the floor towards you as you come forward to propel yourself forward with more power and ease, and this will let you get more heights perhaps. And back, exhale. Let's do one more. Make it your best yet. Every posture, everything you do, the practice on the mat, and offering divine expression of love. And back. Stay in child's pose for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Relax. Learn to offer up even those moments of rest. Everything you do is done for the benefit of all. Now come back onto the belly and flip onto your back. We'll do some tucks here. Raise your arms over the head, reach out. You can take your time with the first one to get accustomed to the movement. Bring the knees towards the chest and the shoulders, the chin towards the knees. Inhale again, extend, stretch out. Exhale, pull into a tuck. Inhale. Use your arms to help pull the legs towards you so the knees come right to the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, come back into a tuck. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull in. Get as long as possible on the inhale and get as compact as possible on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stretch out. Hold the breath this time when you tuck. So you can peel your shoulders up off the mat. Get the shoulders to come to the knees if you can. And the forehead to the thumbs above the knees. Hold the breath. Exhale, release. Inhale again, extend. Hold the breath, come into tuck, make your body look like a fist. All the muscles, all the body parts coming together, trying to meet. Exhale, release. Inhale again, extend. Hold and tuck. Everything stops, all the mind fluctuations, the body movements, even the emotions are frozen. And back exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath, tuck. In that silence, notice the calmness of the mind. Try to stay in that mindset the whole time, no matter what you're passing through. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. Stay calm. Bring the mind into quietness. And then it goes. This helps you remove cravings and desires that lead to attachments that lead ultimately to suffering. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath and tuck. Try to get your forehead to your thumbs above the knees. Keep your attention at the center of the forearm. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold and tuck. And release, exhale, one more. Inhale, extend. Stretch the toes and the fingers. And hold the breath. Tuck. Make yourself as small as possible. And release. So now just again, relax, take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you're fainting. Bring your arms up over the head. If you can, roll all the way back into plow. If you can't, just come up as high as you can, lift the seat up, and then roll forward. Bring the legs back down. If you can, wait until the feet touch the ground and try to sit up all the way and bring the body down onto your legs. So if that's too much, you can just rock back and forth and just use the motion of the legs coming down to allow yourself to come back to seated. Try to move in a way that is smooth, so that the speed stays even, no jerky motions, no loud, fast, hard landings of the body or the legs on the ground. Watch the body moving in your mind. Keep on being the witness, watching everything. Perceive everything through the eyes of God who's within, who sees everything with non-judgment and unconditional love. And one more. Nice and smooth. Next time you roll back, get ready to stand. So as the legs come down, bend your knees, plant your feet, and then come right up to standing. So make your way to the front of the mat and continue the practice. Okay, so come to the front of the mat, hands to the heart. Keep on imagining the practice, thinking of the practice as your divine duty towards all beings everywhere. Renounce all the fruits of the practice. Do the practice simply because it must be done. So now let's try Surya Namaskar in order to open the body even more. Raise your arms up over the head, reach up and back. And then fold forward, chest on the thighs, head down, hands on the ground. Bend your knees if you need to, bring your hands flat. Right foot back, lower down your knees, sink down to the seat. Push the seat in. Into the plank, lower down the knees, bring the seat all the way back. Glide forward between your arms, coming up into the cobra. Shoulders back, head high. Roll over your toes, back into downward facing dog. Melt the heart down, allow the head to drop below the arms. Now the right foot steps forward to the hands. If that's difficult, you can lower the back knee down. The foot doesn't make it all the way, you can use your right hand to assist it forward. Push back through the left heel, sink the seat down. And then bring the feet back together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back, hips forward. Hands back to the heart. Stretch the whole front of the body, reach your arms over the head. Engage the bikes in the upper back to support you in movements. Fold the body down in half. Uttanasana, head towards the feet. The left foot back, sink down to the seat, push back to the left heel, and into the high plank. Lower down the knees, the seat all the way back. As you glide forward, you can relax, flatten out the feet, and back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. Left foot forward. Again, press through that back heel so you feel a stretch all along the back body. Bring the feet back together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come again, all the way up. Hinge at the hips. Come back home, hands to the heart. Always coming back to the source of divine love. Reach up. Go down. Think the term Surya Namaskar, salutation to the sun, who represents God, the light and the warmth of God, represents the wisdom and the love. Knees down, the seat all the way back. Glide forward into the cobra. Roll over your toes, back into downward facing dog. Here, stay for a moment. Bounce to the chest. Try to get your chest closer to the ground. If you can tap the top of the head to the ground. Try to get your shoulders closer to the ground. Try not to push through the hands as though you're trying to push the floor away. Create a deep curve in your spine, the belly towards the thighs. Good. And now bring the right foot forward. Lower down the back knee. Sink down to the seat. Feet come together. Uttanasana. Pull the body to your legs. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up. Trying to work the joints in every way possible to keep them healthy, to keep the body radiantly healthy. Left foot back. Sink down to the seat. And then come into high plank. Lower knees, chest, and forehead down. Inhale, come up into cobra. Now here, press into your hands and push the chest up and back. As though you had a hinge at the tops of your legs. Make as though you're trying to fold the body in half, but keep this leg trying to create a big fold in the lower back or the back of the neck. Extend. And now roll over your toes back into downward facing dog. Make like a dog who's loyal to its master. Stretching its back playfully like a dog does. And now step your left foot forward, lower down the back knee, sink down to the seat, lift the head, and then bring the feet back together, Uttanasana, pull the body to your legs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Now bring the arms up over the head, stretch the whole front of the body. Forward fold, bring the hands down. Right foot back, sink down to the seat. But try not to drop the knee to the ground this time. Keep the back leg strong. Into the plank this time. Bring the seat all the way back. The knees stay up. And then pull yourself forward into upward facing dog if you can. Try to come into upward facing dog without dropping your hips and your knees to the ground. Then back into downward, actually all the way back. Seat behind heels. Two more times. Pull the elbows towards the body. Push the little toes and come up into upward facing dog. All the way back. If you need to modify, just go back to what we did before. Slide on your belly. Come forward into cobra. Back into downward facing dog now. Right foot steps forward, back knee stays lifted. Keep the back leg strong. And then the feet come together. Uttanasana. Pull the body to your legs. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. And then return. Always coming back to the source of divine love. Raise your arms up. Go forward and down into Uttanasana. Left foot back, back knee stays lifted. Remember, push out to the back heel, into high plank. Bring the seat all the way back behind the heels without dropping, if you can, the knees or the hips to the ground, right into upward facing dog. Propel yourself back into downward facing dog. Then the left foot steps forward, drop down through the seat, but keep the back knee lifted. And then the feet together, Uttanasana, pull the body to your legs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up. Reach up high. Fold the body down in half. Adjust your bowing. Deep humility. Right foot back. Keep the back knee lifted. Into the plank. Bring the seat all the way back. Again, if you can. Right into upward facing dog. Pull the elbows towards the body. Push with your toes. And use the press on the heels, your palms. Back into downward facing dog. The right foot steps forward, back knee stays lifted, and send the left foot forward to meet the right. Uttanasana. Come all the way up. Tap into your inner power. Allow it to show, reflect in your poses. Raise your arms up. Reach up, stretch, fold down. Keep imagining your body moving with grace and ease, and this might translate into your physical movements. Left knee stays up as you push the left heel back. Stay strong through the leg into plank. Bring the seat all the way back, and then glide again forward, or try to come right into upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps forward. Press back through the back heel. Keep the back leg strong. Send the feet back together. Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back. And then come back home. Always coming back to the source of divine love. Pranamasana. From the heart, inhale up to the crown. Imagine you're sending your love up and then out to all beings everywhere. Exhale back down to the heart. Keep that passage open so you can keep on sending love out to all beings. And then bring the arms down. Now come to the center of the mat. We'll do some standing poses. Let's start off with tree pose. Standing on your left foot, you can bring the right foot somewhere along the thigh. Press with the base of the toes, the toe pads, and the heel. Grip the thigh firmly. If you have lotus, you can do that. Bring the knee up towards the shoulder and then pull the foot, edge of the foot, right into the hip crease. You can hold on to your foot if you need to with your left hand in front, or if you're more advanced, if you have more flexibility, you can lean forward so you can reach around and take the big toe. You can also just bring a right arm behind the back and hold the elbow like this. This is another possibility. Okay, so whatever one you do, start with your hands at prayer. If you have one hand binding the foot, hand could stay in Jnana Mudra in front of the chest. If you're in a tree, you can just bring your feet up, grow taller and taller. Good. Now from here, those of you who are in tree can cross your legs, figure four, bend your knees, and then come forward. Sit. Bring your seats back so your knees on the same line as the seat. You can stay here, rest the belly and the thighs. If you have a lotus, you can still do that. Bring your seat down. And then bring your hands right down to the ground if you can. Push your body into your legs. Send the head towards the ground. I'm going to do it this way. Well, let's finish off with this side first. If you have good flexible balance, you can try to bring your left hand to your ankle and maybe the right hand. If you figure four, try to bring your body to your thighs. Rest your belly against your chest against your leg. You can bring your hands on either side of the heel. And bend your standing leg a little bit. Press into your foot and come back up. And then release. Try it on the other foot now. So you can stay in tree the whole time. If you're having trouble bouncing, you can keep your foot on the ground or stand against the wall. Again, if you have a lotus, take a lotus. Reach around, lean forward a little bit so you can take the big toe. And then you can bring your hand back to the heart. Good. Find the stillness. Now from here, bend the knee, bring the seat back, allow the belly to rest on your leg. Your knee is above the heel, roughly the back of the knee in line with the heel. Or you take your foot across the shin, your shin across the thigh. Your foot's overhanging if you did start with tree. And then bring your hands to the ground and push the seat up. Try to straighten your leg. Try to get your body against the thigh. If you have your foot in lotus, your hip might come up a little bit higher. And you try to bring your right hand to the ankle and the outside and your left hand to your ankle. Gaze beyond your toes. Try to have your seat directly over the heel so you can stay balanced. Bring your fingertips down. press into your right foot, hold the breath, and come back up. And release. Good, now we're going to come to the back of the mat. Arms up over the head. Bring the left foot forward, hinge at the hips. Bend your left knee as you come forward, and then raise your right leg up. Imagine you're lying on a table. Try to get the body nice and flat. If it's too much, take your arms out in front, take them out to the side like an airplane. If you're having trouble bouncing, just take your fingertips to the ground if you need to. And then you can try to be like a diving airplane. Keep your legs straight, your head coming about the height of the knee. Now bring the left hand down, fingertips come to the ground, about 12 to maybe a little more than a foot in front of the left foot. Open up to the right, Adho Chandravasana, right arm up. Bring the right leg up higher. If you're having trouble, if you can't reach the ground with your hand, and you don't have a block, you can come onto your knee. Find different ways to exercise the pose according to your ability. And bend your left knee and come out of the pose, come back up. Try it on the other side now. Bring your arms up over the head to start, or up to the side. Bring the right foot forward, lean forward, bend the knee, and then bring the left leg up. Try to have your hips even. Try not to open up the left hip. Hips square to the ground. And then from here, you can take your arms out to the side, be like a diving airplane. Cant the body forward. Keep the legs straight. Reach your left up higher than try to get your left leg foot higher than the head. Then bring the right fingertips down to the ground. Give yourself a little space, not too close to the foot. At least a foot, probably between a foot and a half. And then open up to your left. Lift your left leg up higher if you can. Left hand up over the head. And bend into the right knee and step back down. Good. Now come to the middle of the mat. Facing the long edge of the mat. We're going to go to the left first. So if you go to the left, turn to your left and you can't see the screen anymore, just turn around 180 degrees. Fingertips in line with the elbows. Jump your feet out. Turn to your left now. Try to get your stance a little bit longer. Sink down, try to get your knee over the toes. Of course, according again to your flexibility. Don't go to the place of pain and suffering, anxiety, and distress. This is not what you want to transmit. Now from here, swing the right arm forward. Bring it up to meet the left. Turn the hips so they're square. If the right hip is stuck, turning to the right, you can lift the back heel up. Just try to get the left hip back and the right hip forward a little bit more. Rise up tall. Take the head back. Say with this pose, I'm yours to do service. Take me. Grant me higher devotion. Now lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. Now from here, take your left hand to your knee. Right hand slides to the foot. If you can't make it to the foot, just keep on the back of the thigh close to your knee. More flexible, keep sliding your hand back. Curve the side body. Now those of you who can do swan, you can go ahead. You can bring your back foot up. Take the foot. You can hold in place the left hand as you try to get the foot in the crook of the arm. Fingers close to ear. And then bring the left arm up. As you bend the elbow, you might be able to take your fingers, find the fingers more easily. And push the foot away from your shoulder. If that's not accessible, you can either stay here, or you can turn forward, hands to the knee, lift the head, bring the head back. If you feel comfortable, bring your arms up as well. Kapi asana, stretch. Make the shape of a crescent moon. Pull the body out of the hips. Radiate your inner light. Break the pose. Bring your hands down to the ground. Move your left foot out to your left a little bit more. Scooch the right foot back. Fall to the right so you can get your right forearm down and the right hip to come down. And then roll to your left. You want to have the hips even from the gut, even at an even height, close to the ground as possible. If your hips are very high off the ground, you can stay on the hands. But keep on sinking down to the hips like you're doing a cobra, or on your forearms like Sphinx. And bit by bit, keep telescoping your chest forward, try to get your body to come down. If the hips are down, the pelvis comes down, and then the belly, eventually the chest. Make sure your knee stays close to shoulder. Move the foot out as much as you need to keep your knee in the line, same line as the foot. Reach forward, be like a lizard. Fix your gaze on a point without blinking. And then break the pose, come back onto your hands. From here, slide your left foot in, bend the toes under, and press your way back up. Raise right arm up, bend the toes under and the back foot. Angle the toe and the knee towards the right. Hold the leg in place with your left hand, and then try to get your arm to sit on the outside of the knee. Your armpit is resting against the knee. Left hand pushes into the right, and then try to get your belly higher than the thigh, push the center of the chest towards the thumbs, and roll the left shoulder all the way back. So from this angle, so you can see it maybe more clearly, the arm again is resting on the leg. Left, don't stay here with your body low and your hands close to shoulders. You have to push down in your left hand into the right so the belly comes up higher. Center of the chest comes to your thumbs, and then you have more room to spin. Left hip moves back, the head moves forward on the inhale. Exhale, turn the face and chest up. If you want, you can take the knee up off the ground. Press through the base of the toes, lift the back knee up. If you know how to take a bind, go ahead. Left hand can guide the right hand underneath the leg. Use left hand to go over the back and pull the hand out more, and then you can take hold of that wrist with your right hand. Move according again to your abilities. Takes a little bit of time to get accustomed to the poses and to get supple and strong so you can make your way to the deeper versions. And then lower the back knee down. Come back onto your hands, facing forward, and then come back to the center, walk hands between your feet, arms out, and come back up. Okay, so do it this way. Go to the right this time. Turn around 180 degrees if you need to be able to see the screen. Sink down. Be strong and mighty like the warrior, embody all their characteristics. Swing the left arm forward into Virabhadrasana 2. You can bring the back heel up and lift the back heel up if you need to square off your hips a little bit better. Good, now from here, lower the back knee down. Right hand on the right knee, left hand moves to your foot or stays on the back of the knee. Take a moment to just lengthen the side body, take all the wrinkles out of the waist. If you know how to get into swan, go ahead, bring the back foot up. You want to have the knee a little bit to your left, so your left knee's not way behind the right heel. It's a little bit in front, towards the edge of the mat. And then take the foot up, take the foot in your right hand across, reach right hand across the chest, take the foot, so you can bring the foot more easily into the crook of the arm. Lean towards the foot, so when your arm comes around, sometimes it's easier to take your hand in front first to lock the fingers, and then just lift the wrist and push the arm to the outside of the head. And push the foot away from your shoulder. If that's not doable, you can turn forward if you like, hips and shoulders forward, press into front knee, lean away from the front leg. If you can, take your arms up, crescent moon. whole body out of the hips, radiate your inner light. Break the pose. Bring the hands down on the inside of the foot. Move the right foot out. So that when you come down, the knee doesn't fall out to the side. So you want to have the heel on the same line as the knee. Roll to your left, so you can get your left forearm down. Left hip to come down, roll to the right. If you're very low to the ground, you can take your hand to the outside of the foot. Your elbows just beside your ankle roughly. And then pull your chest forward. Imagine you had rocks in your hip pockets. And eventually the gap between the body and the ground, the hips and the ground will close. And keep going lower and lower. When hips are anchored down, maybe the rest of the body will follow. Just bend your arms completely. Try to get your shoulders right on top of your hands. Your right shoulder right beside your foot. Eventually, the aim is to get the knee higher than the body. Just do your best. Don't be attached to the results. Offer up the poses, and then the body might move with more steadiness and ease. Oh, bury your mind deep in the heart. And amazing things start to happen. Now press into your hands and come back up. Slide your right foot in. Your legs should look like a box. Bend the toes under and the back foot. Left arm up. And orient the knee and the toes in the same line towards the left. Try to get your left arm to rest on the outside of the leg. Right hand pushes into your left. And keep pushing down until the body comes up higher and the center of the chest comes behind the thumbs. Roll the right shoulder all the way back. If you want to take the bind, push your seat back. Bring your elbow close to your shin, the back of the shin. So you have more room for the hand to maneuver underneath. Right hand can then go over the back, pull the hand out a little bit more, and then you can bring the left hand to the right wrist, or lock the fingers together. Push off the roots of the toes. If you want, hold your breath. Try to get your left knee up off the ground. Now from here, come back down, turn towards the long edge of the mat again, and then from here, Prasarita Padottanasana. So take hold of your ankles, or if you can slide your hands so the fingers underneath the edge of the feet. Inhale, extend to the crown. Exhale, pull the head right between your legs if you can. If you're more flexible, try to get your head further through so the back head's in line with your heels, your chest is behind the legs. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Those of you who know how to have the head on the ground and know how to do it, you can come into headstand if you like. Bring your fingers in line with your heels, your hands behind your feet. And from here, press into your hands, hold the breath, and see if you can straddle right up. Again, this is an option. Only if you know how to do it, if you're familiar with the transition, you can go ahead. And gracefully come back. Don't have to stay long. Just all throughout these transitions, keep the mind in the same temperaments, always calm. Now, come up, press into your feet, come up. Turn heels in a little bit, easy Chakasana. Bring your hands on the seat. Bend your knees so your knees come over your toes. Push your hands in the seat, pull down. And then bring your hips way forward. Pull on the seat, push in at the same time. Allow the head to drop back. Then if you want, you can slide your hands, if you feel comfortable, down one at a time, just below the knees. Grip the legs, the thumbs come between your feet a little bit, between your knees a little bit more. Heels, your palms resting on your, pressing into your, just below the knees. Those who are more flexible can walk further down. Some of you might be able to step right on your fingers with your heels, or you can go into Urdhva Dhanurasana. If your head's close to the ground, you can see the ground. Advanced practitioners, just take your right hand down over your arm over the head and right hand down and followed by the other left. Push your hips up. If you're in Urdhva Dhanurasana or hands on the feet, one hand back at a time on the back of the knee. Push the hand into the knee so you can get the other one easily, and then everybody walk their way back up. So again, we're according to your level of ability. Arms up to the side. Jump your feet back together. Good. Stand tall like a mountain from the base of the spine, like the base of the mountain. Breathe all the way up to the crown. Imagine that as the summit of the mountain. Exhale back down to the base of the spine. Be solid, unshakable, and unmovable in your devotion to all beings, the service of God who is residing within. Good. Now come to the back of the mat. You can face the short end of the bend. If you have no issues with the wrist, you feel comfortable, you can fall into plank. Otherwise, you can come onto your knees and come into table and then plank. So if you feel comfortable, hands forward and then come down. Vasisthasana, bring the left hand towards the center, spin towards the right arm in line with your left arm, straight line, hips up. If it's easier, you can take the right foot in front. If you still need to modify more, bring the left knee down. Move according to your condition, your abilities. And then back into high plank, go to the other side, right hand more, and send the mat on the front of the nose, and come up. Hips up. Try not to sag, you won't be able to hold it for very long. Your body will feel heavy. So keep your hips up, keep your left arm, your right arm fully extended. Make sure you don't drop into your shoulder and lose your neck. Okay, now come back into high plank. One more round. If you know other more advanced variations, you can. So go back on your left hand, left foot into Vasisthasana. If you want to go into more advanced variations, push your seat up like you're doing downward facing dog. Before you move your hands to the right, come into side plank, and then keep going if you like. Slide your right toes back, and then turn towards the slide. Push your hip up, bring your left foot in if you need to, so the base of the big toe is flat on the ground. Notice again, my arm is fully extended. You're not dropping into the left shoulder. And if you're fully firmly grounded on that left foot and left hand, you can take all the weight up off the right foot, lift it up. If you can get your knee up, take hold of your knee, or take hold of the foot. And then release. Come back the same way, push and heel the palm. Return to high plank. Go to the other side. So again, if you want to do the more advanced variations, push your seat up and back. Walk the hand towards the right. Go into Vasisthasana and then keep sliding left toes back. You have to move the right foot, the right foot in a little bit. Make sure the base of the big toe is grounded. You can just stay like this if you like. And then from here, push into your right hand and right foot so you can get your left knee up more easily. And then you can take the foot, if you can reach as well. Push your hips up. Really press into the base of the toes. If you need to modify, again, you can stay on the ground with your knee, right knee, but push your hips way up. Arch your back. Just offer up the best that you can. Every posture a gift. And then come back into plank or into table, depending where you are. And now come down. Your seat on the heels, forehead down. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now from here, the forehead from the knees, lift your seat up. Try to get more your seat higher so it's on over the knees. And you feel on the back of the neck, the upper back, the upper shoulder, the shoulders. If you're more flexible, you can bring your hands, your forearms down, bring your head close to the wrists, move your elbows out as much as you need to, and then see if you can come a little bit further. Lift your knees up, see if you can get here.
top to shoulders come all the way down, so you're going to come right to plow. So again, do this according to your ability and according to your neck flexibility. If you have shoulder and neck injuries, of course, modify as you need to. Don't come so far. And then lower the knees down, relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, you're trying to exercise every joint in every way possible.
Right, now from here, come back onto the boots, roll over your feet, come back into a squat. Actually, if you're near the back of the mat, bring hands forward, jump forward towards the front of the mat. Now press your elbows against, press your wrists so they're in the same line as the elbows. Push the upper arms against the insides of the legs. From here, plant your hands down, squeeze your shoulders towards your knees in towards your shoulders and vice versa. Push into your hands, lift your heels. Keep your head high. So as you press into your hands, hold the breath, straighten your arms, your shoulders come over the fingertips. Keep your ankles, inside your legs, pressing against the arms, inside the legs and shins. Those of you who want can bring your head down, bend your elbows, bring your forehead down, roll on the top of the head. You can stay in teddy bear, your knees on your arms, or extend your legs all the way up into headstand. Those of you who are in crow, keep trying, or trying to make your way into crow. Okay, so if you're in headstand, you can stay there. Be still. If you're trying to still get into crow, just keep rocking back and forth. Even if you're not comfortable, lift your feet up off the ground. Lift your heels. Get your head up. If you go too forward, if your seat is way higher than your head, chances are you go down on your head. So just keep your head higher and flick your toes up, even dance from one toe to the other. Okay.
Just move according to your comfort level. Eventually the mind will feel more at ease with the postures, and then you get the confidence to come into the pose. Now if you're in headstand, come back. If you can, land your legs back on your arms. Flex your feet, knees squeezing against the shoulders, or inner thighs squeezing against the shoulders. Flex your feet, hold the breath, lift the head, you're back in crow.
And back down. Good. Now just circle your wrists around a little bit. And then from here, flatten your toes, forehead to the ground.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Good, now roll your way up. Bend your toes under, rapid pose. Hands on the seat, pushing the seat, pull down, lift the chest, bring your head back. Pushing the seat, pull down at the same time. If you feel comfortable, lean back a little bit. Try to get the right hand on the right heel and the left hand on the left heel. Then bring the heels together, lock the baby fingers together. And then your thumbs on the inside of the heel, the fingers on the outside of the foot. Lean forward so that your hips are falling towards the ground. Your thighs, any moment coming down onto the ground. Don't let yourself fall, though. Keep your body up, your chest up, your head back. Toes almost coming right up off the ground. Good. And then from here, move your shoulders back behind your feet. And then right hand comes to right side seat, left hand to left side seat. And then push yourself back up. From here, child's pose. Rest the belly on your thighs, the forehead on the ground. Breathe in. Breathe out. Roll up. We're going to do the same pose on the back this time. Looks almost like the same pose. So pull the heels towards your seat once you're on your back, and so the feet land, so the edge of the feet are in line with your hips. If you can keep holding onto your heels. As you lift your hips, you might need to move your shoulders down a little bit towards your feet, and then try to get your chest to come up right close to your shin. So at this point, your knees might be over your toes. If
you need to adjust, if it's really not sustained, we can't hold it. But the idea is to try to get your chest up as much as possible so the backs of the knees are in line with your heels. Tuck your shoulders under. Eventually your chest looks like a wall. If it's too much to take your feet, your ankles, you don't have to. You can just keep arms beside your body as you lift your seat up, and then you can maybe interlace your fingers together underneath your seat. Push your chest up. So look for the similarities in the poses. Think of the poses that are familiar to you. Imagine in your mind how they look like. Most of them are the same pose except in different orientations. On your back, standing, seated. And then lower the seat down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Good. Bring your hands underneath your seat now. Legs out in front. Tuck your shoulders under again so the shoulder blades come together. The hands underneath the seat, the palms down. Lift the back up off the ground. If you can, lift your legs up so your body looks like sort of like a check mark. And then if you can, keep your legs up, press the shoulders back, top head to the ground. If this is too much, you don't have to bring your head down for the time being. Just stay up and breathe very fast. Heads down, keep going, breathing fast. And then if your head's on the ground, keep your head on the ground, but bring legs down. Those who had the head up, just come into regular fish, chest up, top head to the ground. Again, repeat, charge the legs. Now don't move your head, slide your feet in, close to the seats, take your hands out from underneath, and place your fingertips on either side of the head, a little bit in front of the head. Now from here, lift your hips up off the ground, push in your fingertips, slide your head back. Then turn your hands around, fingers facing towards the heels. If this is too much, stay here, just come into bridge pose. The head's on the ground, just as we did before. Okay, so otherwise, if you're here, your head's on the ground, take a half breath in, and if you can, lift your head up to the ground. Then from here, you can lift your heels, walk your hands in a little bit, depending on your flexibility. Stretch, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Be mighty in your efforts. Try to go to the edge of your potential every time. So you redefine that edge every time, and that's how you make progress. When you make progress, your motivation is fueled and you adhere to the practice. Otherwise, you start to lose your enthusiasm when you don't make progress, so it's a little bit of a catch-22. Now lower down and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now sit up. Bring your arms over the head. And then sit up or roll to your side and come up. Now bend your knees. Bring your belly onto your thighs. And you can either stay here if you have tight hamstrings. You can hold your opposite elbows or take hold of the edge of the feet. As you inhale, push the center of the chest, not center, but the chest beyond, towards and beyond the knees. Exhale, pour more weight into your legs. If you can get your legs straight without detaching your body from the legs, go ahead. Try to imagine your head's going to touch the top of the feet any second. Imagine the chest moving way beyond the knees, the spine lengthening. Keep your attention at the base of the spine. As you inhale, keep creeping your chest further forward, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, pour more weight into your legs, and see if you feel more release in the backs of the legs. So the pose expresses surrender. Surrender to all poses. Just become one with the form.
here, you can either do Purvottanasana if you're familiar, or bench pose. You're doing Purvottanasana, bring your heels a little bit closer, the fingers are facing away, it's a little bit easier on your wrists, and from here, throw your hips up. So the reason you bend your knees a little bit is that so you can get your toes to ground more easily. If your toes are up, your hips start to sag, and then again you feel heavy through the body. So push your toes down, roll the thighs inwards. That helps too. Allow your chest to come higher than your shoulders. Bring your head back. If there's too much, bring your heels underneath your knees, and then try to get your shoulders, your chest higher than the shoulders. Hang the head back. Breathe very fast. If you need to modify, keep your seat on the ground, but keep your chest and your up and your head back. Tuck your chin in, lower your seat down. Keep your knees bent, but slide your feet forward, knees together, left arm up, and go to the right. Push your forearm against the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Turn to the right. Imagine trying to get the knees beyond the right of the left edge of the body. Keep your knees together. Make sure your knee doesn't fall away from your left knee doesn't fall away from the right. Turn your chest completely to the right. Try to imagine the spiraling action of the spine. Visualize in your mind the spine turning, rotating. Then the body might follow and go deeper. Come back, go to the other side. Left hand down the center back, so not like this, don't lean back. Right against the body so that you can keep the back straight. And then you get the full benefit of the twist if your spine is long. No compression in the lower back. Try to eventually get turned so that even your chin and your head turn and the chin is on the just over the left shoulder. Not just the eyes, turn the whole body. From the trunk up, from the hips up. And then release, lie on the back. Extend your feet and lower down gently. Once you're down, just relax everything. Feet fall away from one another. The hands resting beyond the edges of the mat with the palms facing up. Let go of all tension, let go of all efforts now. Imagine collecting, scanning by for any signs of tightness, restriction, tension. Bring it all to the center on the inhale. Just gather it up, attract it all to the center so there was a magnet there attracting it. Exhale, just funnel it right out of the body. Feel it draining right out. Inhale, attract. Again, any residual tension that you find anywhere in the body. Maybe not even just the physical sense, mental and emotional tension as well. Pull it all to the center, exhale, drop it out. Let the body feel it funneling right out. One last time, inhale. Scan the mind, the heart, the body for any signs of restriction or feeling of negativity of any sort. If you find it, pull it all to the center. Exhale, let it all go. Be rid of it. Inhale now, feel like you're a magnet again, attracting everything that you need from outside, from around the universe. pulling everything you need, the best of the best, right into the spiritual heart, that magnetising there, that force, that strong magnetic force. Exhale, imagine all that you attracted, all those qualities, everything that you wanted, send it out to all beings as well. This is made possible as a result of the divine connection we all share, who resides in the spiritual heart. Inhale again. Pull in the best of the best. Imagine it coming from all beings everywhere. Accept it with gratitude. Bring it all to the spiritual heart. Exhale. Combine it with your own gifts, your own love. Send it out to all beings. Inhale again. Draw on everything that you need, which is in effect probably what everybody else desires and needs as well. Bring it all to spiritual hearts, the sacred dwelling of God, who's within. Exhale as a result of God being present in all beings. All the benefits that you receive go out to all beings through your intention of offering. Now, make ready to just bring that out in the world with you. Stay in adherence to ethical rules, even beyond the mat. Exercise them in your day-to-day life. Be kind and loving towards all beings. Keep that intention firmly ingrained in your heart. And then come back to seated. Be ready to carry it out now. Once you're seated, sit tall and supreme. We'll close with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within, send to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Much love.